On May 28, 2016, the Cincinnati Zoo became the center of international attention and controversy. A 3-year-old boy climbed through barriers and fell 15 feet into the gorilla enclosure, landing in the moat below Harambe. A 17-year-old western lowland gorilla, weighing over 400 pounds, immediately approached the child. For 10 agonizing minutes, zoo officials and horrified visitors watched as Harambe dragged the boy through the water like a rag doll. The silverback gorilla stood over the child, grabbing him by the ankle and pulling him around the enclosure. Emergency responders couldn't use tranquilizers because they would take several minutes to work, and in that time, the agitated gorilla could have killed the child. The zoo's dangerous animal response team made the devastating split-second decision to use lethal force. A single rifle shot ended Harambe's life instantly. The boy was rescued with serious injuries, but survived. In 2007, Christmas Day turned into a nightmare at the San Francisco Zoo when Tatiana, a 350-pound Siberian tiger, escaped her enclosure. The 4-year-old tigress somehow scaled or leaped over the 12.5-foot wall that was supposed to contain her. Her first victim was 17-year-old Carlos Sousa Jr., who was mauled to death near the tiger grotto. Tatiana then traveled 300 yards across the zoo grounds, hunting down 2 brothers, Amritpal and Kulbir Dhaliwal, who had been with Carlos earlier. The tiger attacked them viciously at the zoo's terrace cafe. When police arrived, they found the massive predator on top of one of the brothers, actively mauling him. Officers shot and killed Tatiana to save the victim's life. Both brothers survived with severe injuries. The investigation revealed shocking negligence. The enclosure wall was 4 feet shorter than the recommended standard, and there were claw marks showing Tatiana had climbed out. Evidence suggested the victims may have been taunting the tiger, throwing objects at her, which triggered her predatory response and desperate escape. One of the most shocking deaths in zoo history occurred in 1985 when 32-year-old Robin Silverman, a veteran keeper at the Prospect Park Zoo in Brooklyn, was killed by 2 Siberian tigers. Silverman had worked with big cats for years and knew the dangers. On that tragic day, she entered the holding area to feed the tigers, but forgot to secure the door between the feeding area and the main den. As she prepared the meat, both tigers silently crept up behind her. Before she could react, the 400-pound cats attacked simultaneously. By the time other staff heard her screams and responded, it was too late. The tigers had dragged her body into their den. Emergency responders had to sedate the animals before they could recover her remains. The autopsy revealed she died from massive trauma and blood loss within minutes. This incident led to mandatory 2-person teams and double lock systems for all dangerous animal enclosures across American zoos. In 1994, keeper Mark Aitken was working alone with an Asian elephant named Tunga at the Auckland Zoo in New Zealand. Aitken was an experienced handler who had worked with Tunga for several years. On that day, he was cleaning Tunga's enclosure when something triggered the 5-ton elephant. Without warning, Tunga charged at Aitken, crushing him against the concrete wall with her massive head. The force was so intense that it shattered his ribs and ruptured internal organs. Other staff members rushed to help, but the elephant blocked their access, standing over Aitken's broken body. By the time they managed to move Tunga away, Aitken had died from his catastrophic injuries. The investigation revealed that Tunga had been in musth, a period when male elephants experience a surge in testosterone that makes them extremely aggressive. However, even female elephants can become unpredictably violent. This tragedy highlighted the inherent danger of direct contact with elephants, no matter how well trained or familiar they seem. Perhaps one of the most disturbing incidents occurred in 1996 when Ricardo Tovar, a 19-year-old employee at the Tacoma Point Defiance Zoo, was killed by a captive wolf pack. Tovar was not an official keeper, but worked in the maintenance department. On that evening, he entered the wolf exhibit after hours, allegedly to impress friends by getting close to the wolves. The pack of 6 Canadian gray wolves saw him as an intruder in their territory. They attacked him as a coordinated unit, the way wolves hunt prey in the wild. Tovar's body was found the next morning, partially consumed. The wolves had killed him through multiple bites to his throat and body, causing him to bleed out. The most chilling aspect was that these wolves had never shown aggression toward humans before. This case demonstrated that even animals born in captivity retain their wild predatory instincts. Tovar's death led to stricter after-hours security and access controls at zoos nationwide.